we're finding the area of irregular shapes. So what I did first is this is my shape, and I found that it would be easier if I split it into two rectangles and find the area of each. So I took my marker and I did a line across here to split the shape. Then what I had to do is I had to find the side lengths of each one. And so I knew that over here was 8 inches, so I would bring this to over here and cross that out. And if it was 16 before, then I did 16 minus 8, which also equals 8 inches, so it would go down here. And so then I looked up here, and then I had 24, but I still have this long line up here, so I had to do 24 plus 12, so that would equal the whole line. And I got 4 plus 12, okay, 36 inches. So my links over here would be 36 times 8, which I got to be 288
Square
inches.
Yep.
Square inches. Okay, and then I had to do 12 times 8. And I got 96 square inches. And then just square inches down here. And so I wasn't done yet. I had to do 96 plus 288 to get the whole figure. I did 288 plus 96. 4. And I got 384 square inches.
So I'm going to show you a different way. So I decomposed the figure by splitting it this way. And then I filled in the missing blanks. So to find this, I did 24 plus 12, and that got me 36 inches. And then to find this missing side, I got 8 inches because I did 16 minus 8 is 8. And then to find the area of this shape, since I divided into two areas, I did 16 times 12, and I got area equals 192
square inches.
Square. And then for this area, I did 8 times 24, and I got 192 inches square. And then since I have two different shapes, I had to add them together. So 192 to 92. You get 348 inches squared.
So it ended up being the same answer as the way Carmen did, right?
Yeah.
Good.
I will be doing the perimeter of this irregular figure, and so basically we already have all the sides filled in, but earlier you would have to find those. But so we have 8 here, 36 up top, 24 right there. And let me cross this out as I go, so I don't accidentally do them twice. And 16 here, 12 here, 8 there, and 8 there, and 8 here. I believe those are all the numbers we need. So let's go ahead and add them. 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 6 is 16, plus 2 is 18, plus 8 is 26, plus 8 again is 34. So add 3 up here, and 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9, and plus another one is 104. So P equals 104 inches.
Can you explain why it's not square inches, why it's just plain inches?
Because it's not, it's just the area around, not the area within, so it's not a figure at all. It's just
The length, right?
yeah, the length and width of the figure.
All right, for this problem, I want you to notice a couple of things. We have our trapezoid. Our bottom dimension is 7, our top dimension is 12. Notice that we have these slashes coming off the sides. These represent angles or lines that are congruent. So that means that this line, they're the same distance apart, or same distance in length. So it's a key thing to remember in a few minutes. The next thing I want you to remember, or to know, is that dotted lines when dealing with triangles signify height. So whenever you see a triangle or a trapezoid that has a dotted line that's signifying how tall the figure is, if you're given a triangle that's not a right triangle, you have to know how tall it is before you can figure out the area. So what we typically do is draw a dotted line and put a number by it. We'll also put a number by this one and a number down here, and we'll say figure out the area. Now a lot of times people will do 4 times 6 to find the base and height, when in fact it should be 12 times 4. So dotted line signifies height when a right angle is not already given to you. So to solve this problem, we need to decompose the figure like we've been decomposing today. So we have our triangle here. Let me go a different color on that actually. We have a triangle here. I'm going to draw a line here to indicate another triangle. And because we have our congruent lines here, we know that both of these triangles are congruent. We're left with a rectangle in the middle. And we know the rectangle in the middle has dimensions of 3 times 7, correct? 3 times 7 equals 21 square. And this problem tells me it's just square units. It doesn't say centimeters or meters or miles. It's just 21 square units for that center area. What I now have to figure out is the area for my triangles. I know my length of my bottom line is 7. So I know that this line is also 7. So I'm going to take away that for a second. So this part here is, let me go a different color. This is 7 right here. What I don't know is the length for this and the length for this. But I know the entire line was 12. So I can do 12 minus 7, and that equals 5. Well, some of you fast workers might say, well, that's 5 right there. It's not 5 right there. We have to do 5 divided by 2 because we have 2 line segments that we have to figure out. So we know that this is going to be 2.5 because 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. This will be 2.5. This is 7. This is 2.5. Now I can work to figure out the area for the triangles. So my formula that I'm going to use is area of a triangle equals base times height divided by 2. I like doing base times height divided by 2 because you have base and height, which is basically what you do for a rectangle, divided by 2 because you're only using half of it. So the base is 2.5 times the height, which is 3, divided by 2. So order of operations, 2.5 times 3 is 6, 7, 7.5. So 7.5 divided by 2. Don't forget the divided by 2. Last period, I forgot the divided by 2, so make sure you write it all out so you don't forget that. And then 7.5 divided by 2 is 3. Oops. 14. Bring down a 0, and I've got 5. So my area for this triangle, I'm running out of room. Go a different color. This triangle here is 3.75 square units. This triangle will be the same thing, 3.75 square units. So now I have 21 plus 3.75, 3.75. I need to line up my decimal place, so let me adjust that. There we go. Three, 6, 7, 8. So my total area is 28.5 square units. What I also want you to recognize is if I erase all of this, and again, pause and rewind if you need to. If I have to erase all of this, with trapezoids, watch this. It fits together as in a rectangle. So now I'm back to base times height.
Lord.